to find if you have a graph x-axis, y, let's say have a like this. ఇట్లా ఉందనుకోండి. Then I need to find out the area under the curve. Under the curve అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకు of course side ఉంది. Sidewise it is showing sideways. But under the curve means you cannot find out area here. This is outside of the curve. This is inside of the curve. So what you have to do in such a case? ఇట్లాంటి కేసెస్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి.
స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ సార్.
ఏం చేస్తారంటే కర్వ్ డ్రా చేయాలంటే ఈ షేడెడ్ రీజన్ లో అంటే ఇక్కడ వరకు దిస్ ఈస్ ది షేడెడ్ రీజన్, దిస్ ఈస్ ది షేడెడ్ రీజన్. Find out area of this shaded region. How is it possible? Now, here any geometrical figure that you can figure
area
it out.
of rectangle, sir. Rectangle and triangle ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్.
ఇక్కడ ఒక డ్రా చేస్తే rectangle and triangle.
Trapezium.
All this.
Yes.
Trapezium, Nana. What for area of trapezium that you have? Trapezium. This right? This is parallel side is B. A and B are parallel sides. Height, or I can say height of the two parallel sides. Then after is the area.
Sir, your video and audio is sucking, sir.
Yes, sir.
A plus B by 2 into H కదా సార్.
Half H into A. Let me mute all. Hear my voice.
సార్ ఉండండి సార్, డౌట్స్ అడగాలన్నా కొంచెం కష్టం ఉంది.
లాస్ట్ 10 minutes లో అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్.
Okay. So last 15 minutes లో చేస్తాను. Well, let me just okay. So half H plus B is the area of this trapezium, or you can way I can split trapezium into two. Is rectangle, other one is triangle, right? So two geometric rectangle, or this one is part 2. Part 1, shaded area. Shaded area of 1 is nothing but a rectangle. Is nothing but length into shaded area of part 2. Area is area of triangle. Area length as L, this height or breadth as B, the area, and in case of shaded area, if this is L, this is also 12, right? We represent this base with some H. Then what is the right? Base ఏం చేసుకుంటాం మేడం? take H. A the base, if you take as base, then the height of the H will be the, or if you take base as H, then L will be the height of. So in both cases, what you'll get is half into take as L into H I will take as H. Right? A. Then when you sum up these two, you'll get total area of the trapezium. Total area of the trapezium. Right? I want total area. Total area, but a rectangle of triangle. Area of rectangle is nothing but L in plus angle, what you got, half into L. Now can I take any parameter in as common? I can take L as common. If I take L, what I am getting in this, I think I made some mistake somewhere. Sorry. Into breadth ratio, length into breadth. And if this is this height, I am taking as H. Height I am taking, this height is H. So half is base into height. Yeah. Common this time D plus, get I think H by 2. Let me just, I think, okay, let me start this. Let me put somehow that was missing. Let me just hold on. Yeah. Okay, try చేయండి. You try this. Considering area of rectangle and area of triangle, you sum up these two, you should get area of trapezium. In that way, you can also do, but best method is if you remember the formula for area of trapezium, that would be good. Area of trapezium గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నా. Area of for example, if I give you an example, let me give you an example. Let me give an example. I think the video is clear. Let me try from my end. For example, if I give you a scenario like this. Scenario is like this. I want the shaded area. Let me give you some numbers, like let me take origin 2, 6, and here let me take this one as let me take this one as, I think, okay, let me take this as 5, and this one as 10. This one as 10. Right? Now I want to find out area of this trapezium. So how to find out area of trapezium? area of trapezium. What is this length? Let me take this one as A. I will take this entire one parallel side as B, right? And this one is height H. Height H. So that area of trapezium is equal to half H into A plus B. Now what is value of A in this? In this, value of A is 5 and value of B is, from origin it is 10 because total length is 10. A value is 5, B value is 10. H is how much? H is nothing but 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. Now if I take the A value, A is equal to 5 centimeter, B is equal to 10 centimeter, H is equal to 6 minus 2 is equal to 4 centimeter. And if I ask you to find out the value of area, then area becomes this area. Area becomes half into H means what? 4 into A plus B. 5 plus 10, which comes out to be 2 ones, 2 twos. So 2 into 15 is equal to 30 centimeter square. 30 centimeter square is the area of trapezium. If you want, you can try by doing this calculation individually. Individual ga calculate chesukochu. Individual in the sense area of rectangle plus area of triangle. Yeah, I did a mistake in finding out this length. What is this length? What is this length? Length what is this length? I mean, if I take base, this length will be what? This length will be B minus A. This length will be B minus A. Now, if you want to find out area of rectangle, what I will get? Let me take again shaded 1, shaded 2 region. What is area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is nothing but this length into breadth. What is length? 4 into this breadth. This A value is how much? 5. So which comes out to be 20 centimeters square. Right? Now what is area of triangle? Area of triangle is equal to, formula is half into H into base, or half into base into height. If I consider this as base, this becomes height. If I consider this as base of the triangle, so H is how much? 4 into, what is the height of the triangle? What is this portion? B is how much? 10 and A is how much? 5. So I can write 10 minus 5. So what I'll get? 2 ones, 2 twos, which comes out to be 2 into 5 is equal to 10 centimeters square. But I want total area. Total area is nothing but area of rectangle plus area of triangle. 20 plus 10 comes out to be 30. So area of total area I want now. Total area. Therefore, total area or total shaded area. I can say total shaded area is nothing but 20 plus 10, which comes out to be 30 centimeters square, which is same as this result what I have obtained from area of trapezium. Area of trapezium, right? So important, Nana. So areas, how to find out areas, and let us go to how, let us find out how to find out the, what you call, slope. One more area, let me show you. Very, very important. In the previous, the last session we have discussed about a straight line parallel to x-axis and inclined line. For that we have found out areas. Right now, let me show you one more curve, so that how can you find out area of that shaded region? Let me show you. For example, I have a graph like this. I have a graph. ఇట్లా ఉందనుకుందాం. Let me show you, let me give you a scenario. I have a graph like this. Origin, x-axis, y-axis. Now, how can you find out area under the curve? Area under the curve. Let me draw this once again. How can you find out area under the curve? Does this have, even if I shade under the curve, if I shade like this, by drawing one line like this, if I shade like this, does this have any geometrical figure? This is not a triangle, as we know the formula for area of triangle as half into base into height, right? This is not even a rectangle, right? But area of rectangle is length into breadth. We know some areas of some geometrical figures. If I take square, if I give you a square, you can find out area of square as a side square. But if a graph is like this, then what I need to do? What I need to do? So let's say, let's do one thing. Okay, let me show you. I'm erasing the shaded part. I'm erasing the shaded part. Right? If the graph is like this, then what you have to do is you consider a small elemental strip. That means this is the elemental strip, small elemental strip of length dx. This length is dx. This length is what? Dx. Now, if I consider this portion as y, this height of this elemental strip, or I can say height of this strip as y, and this small elemental length as dx, how can you find out area of this? Area means I need to find out the total area of this curve. Mottam area kavala. I need to find out the total area. In this total area, I have taken only small elemental strip like this. How many elemental strips that I can draw throughout the curve? There are many. I can draw a strip like this. I can draw another strip like this. I can draw another strip like this. There are many strips bounded within the region. But mathematically, how can you approach? Mathematically, there is a concept called integration. What is meant by integration? Integration means what? Uniting. That means what? I will take such a small elemental strips throughout the bounded or shaded region, and I will sum up all those. Sum up in the sense I need to follow mathematical treatment like integration here. So, what is this height? What is this height? See, almost these two are almost the same. So height I can take as y, and the width of the elemental string is dx. Now, what is the small area due to this elemental strip? Small area. Small area is nothing but dA. Now, general formula is what? Area is area of rectangle. Now, if you look at this strip, this is in the form of a rectangle. What is the formula you have for area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. I will use this formula to determine area, small elemental area of this strip. So dA will be equal to what? dx into this height, length into breadth. That is, length is I'll take as y, y into dx. This gives small elemental area of this single strip, but I want area throughout this bounded curve. So I can write dA is equal to y dx. dA is equal to y dx, right? Now, if I want to find out the area of this entire curve, then I have to put integration symbol on both sides. So therefore, integral of dA is equal to integral of y dx. That is the reason in bridge course we have discussed about integration. Now, what is the formula we have for integral of dx? Integral of dx is equal to x. Integral of dx is equal to x. Therefore, integral of dA becomes what? Therefore, I can write integral of dA becomes A. That is total area bounded by this shaded region. Total area also. So therefore, I can write integral dA is equal to integral of y dx. This becomes what? This becomes integral dA is equal to integral y dx. Integral dA and what is meant by integral dA? A. So A is equal to integral of y dx. This is how you can find out the area of the total shaded region, which is equal to integral of y into dx. Important. So integration lo gurtupetukondi, integration, in integration you will get a multiplication of two quantities. Y is one physical quantity or y is one quantity, dx is another quantity. I am multiplying those two so that I can write y into dx. In order to find out area, when I use integration, integration is applicable for multiplication of two quantities. Multiplication of two quantities, y into dx. Right? Y into dx is nothing but multiplication of two quantities. Okay, Nana. So this is about what you call the area. Right? Now let us find out, let us try to find out the slope. How to find out slope? Slope of the curve. Let us find out how to find out the slope of curve. Slope now. Slope of the curve. This curve can be either a line or curve, or slope of the graph on that. Instead of curve, let me use the word graph. This graph can be either line or curve. Right? Line or curve. Now, I hope you have studied in your lower classes like in 10th or 9th, I am not sure. If I give you a graph in such a way that a straight line which is inclined at an angle theta with x-axis, and if I take the coordinates of origin as 0, 0, and if I take this point as P, whose coordinates are, and let me take this as x1 and this point as y1, then what will be the coordinates of point P? Coordinates of point P will be x1, y1. Right? Now, if I want to find out the slope, what is the formula that you will be using for slope? Slope is nothing but slope. Generally, we denote slope with letter M. Slope is denoted by letter M. Slope is denoted by the letter M. Now, what is the formula that we have for M? general formula what we have, m is also equal to tan theta, right? M is also equal to tan theta. Now let me write two forms. Let me write two forms. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta is nothing but opposite side upon adjacent side. Tan theta is nothing but opposite side. What is this length? What is this length I need to take? This length is nothing but y1, right? And what is this length? This length is nothing but x1. Now can I write tan theta as y1 by x1? y1 by x1. This is one form of writing using trigonometric function tan theta is equal to y1 by x1. And one more formula is there, that is slope is equal to m is equal to 2-point form, what you call as 2-point form. We have one formula, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If you recall the 10th or 9th standard mathematics, then you will find, you know how to find out slope. Now here, let me take this origin as x1 comma y1, and the point P, x1 y1 already have taken, or else 2.5. Okay, this is general formula. When you are going to write, when you are given 2 points like x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 are the 2 points that are given, then you have to use this formula for slope. But here what you are going to use, in place of x1 what you have in this diagram, in place of x1 you have 0, in place of y1 you have 0, and in place of x2 what you have, x1, and in place of y2 what you have, y1. Now how to find out slope using this formula, what you'll get? Therefore, I think this is visible. Slope is equal to y2, in place of y2 we have y1 minus y1, in place of y1 you have emundana y1 plus 0 by, in place of x2 you have x1 minus, in place of x1 you have 0. x1 corresponds to 0, y1 corresponds to 0, x2 corresponds to x1, y2 corresponds to y1. So in place of x1 you have 0. So what you are getting? y1 by x1. Now if you look at these two, are they same? This is slope using 2-point form. You are getting y1 by x1. Slope using trigonometric function tan theta is equal to y1 by x1. Both are same. Therefore, I can write it. Finally, I can write. Therefore, slope is equal to m is equal to tan theta is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is the general formula. If I take the coordinates, one coordinate as x1 comma y1 and another coordinate as x2 comma y2. Right? Now let me give you an example based on this. Let us see what we'll get. Let me give you an example. Let us find out slope for this. Now you tell me what is the slope of this graph. Now let me draw the figure. X-axis origin, y-axis whose coordinates are 0 comma 0. I have given a line like this which is making an angle theta. Let me give you point P whose coordinates are, let's say, 6 comma 3. 6 comma 3. Now how to find out slope for this? How to find out slope for this? Let me use two methods. Let me use two methods. What are those two methods? Let me drop one perpendicular. Right? Now this forms a triangle. Let me represent this point as Q. From right triangle QP, from QP, this is 90 degrees. I want tan theta. I want slope. How to find out slope? Slope is equal to M is equal to tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but y axis. What is this distance, Nana? What should be this distance? This is 6. This length is 6. And this length is 3. So that I can write tan theta as opposite side, which is 3, divided by adjacent side is 6, which comes out to be 1 by. So tan theta is equal to 1 upon. This is one way of writing. Now if I ask you to find out slope using 2-point form, what will be the formula? 2-point form means what? This is x1, y1. I'm comparing these two with x1 comma y1, and I'll compare these two with x2 comma y2. Now what is the formula that we have for slope in terms of 2-point form? By considering y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, what I will get? Let's see. So therefore slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Let's see what we will get by substituting the values. Now what is y2? y2 is 3 minus y1 is how much? y1 is 0 by x1 is 6 minus x2 is 6, x1 is 0, which comes out to be what? 3 upon 6, 3 ones, 3 twos is equal to 1. Now are they same? Yes, both are same. So therefore I can say that slope is equal to tan theta is equal to 1 by 2, or you can say y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to 1 by 2. So therefore finally what I'm getting is slope is equal to M is equal to tan theta is equal to, right, tan theta is equal to y2 minus y1 by, let me erase this part here. So here let me write like this, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, which is equal to 1 by 2 in this example. In this example, I am getting slope as 1 by 2. Okay. So this is the value of slope which I got as positive. Positive I got for the positive inclination. Now let me give you another scenario to find out slope. Let me give you another scenario, and if I ask you to find out slope in this case, what should be the answer? Let us. Let me give you the other scenario. The other scenario would be like this. Let's say I have a graph, or I have a curve like this, or I have a line like this. Let me put X origin, Y, and I have a line in this way. Right now, let me put the coordinates somewhat like here. Let me put 4, 8, and let me take this as P. And Q, I will take the coordinates as like, let's say 6, 2. Now, if I ask you to find out slope, right, and here slope will be from P to Q, not from Q to P. Slope means what? Slope means slope will be always downwards, right? If I want to find out slope, And this corresponds to what? This corresponds to x1 comma y1, and this corresponds to x2 comma y2, right? That is initial coordinates, final coordinates. Finally, you are reaching point Q from point P. So that if I want to find out slope, slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. In this case, what I will get the value of slope? What I will get the value of slope? Yeah. Now, if you calculate the value of slope, slope will be equal to y2 is nothing but 2 minus what is value of y1? Y1 is, I think, 8, right? Just hold on. Huh? Y1 is 8 divided by x2 is 6 minus x1 is 4. Minus 6 by 2, 2 ones, 2 threes, which comes out to be minus 3. So in this case, you are getting negative slope. Negative slope will be for the line which is inclined downwards. Downwards in the sense, like C, always remember. But how to, there is a trick to find out slope, whether slope will be positive or negative. Right? How to find out? Let me show you. For example, I am considering a coordinate axis x and y. If theta is less than 90 degrees, that means acute angle. For theta less than 90 degrees, slope is positive. Slope is positive. And for theta greater than 90 degrees, slope, value of slope will be negative. Remember this. Theta less than 90 degrees, slope is positive. Slope means what? Slope is nothing but tan theta. So from this I can write tan theta value is positive. Tan theta is positive. Slope is negative means what? Tan theta will be negative. Tan theta will be negative. Means, for example, I have lines like this. How to find out slope in this case? Slope is always, remember, slope is always measured with respect to positive x-axis. With respect to positive x-axis. For example, if I draw a line like this, and if I represent this one as theta 1, right? So theta 1. Now, how to find out slope? If I take this length as x1, and if I take this length as y1, right? If I take this length as y1, now using this, I'm sorry, yeah, tan theta 1 will be what? Tan theta 1. Now, is this positive value? Y-axis is positive, x-axis is also positive. So y1 upon x1, So what I will get is positive value. Right? Now, even if I consider this line and if I draw a line like this, and here inclination got increased. Let me take this angle as theta 2. And if I take the corresponding sides as x2 and y2, let me take this as y2, and this length as x2, then what is the value of tan theta 2? Tan theta 2 would be, in this case, tan theta 2 would be what? Tan theta 2 is equal to, what I will get? Tan theta 2 tan theta 2 is equal to y2 upon x2, which is again positive. This is also a positive value. And remember, theta is this theta 1 less than 90 degrees or not? Theta 1 is less than 90 degrees. Theta 2 is also less than 90 degrees. But anyways, inclination might be different. But for all thetas which are less than 90 degrees, I am getting the slope as positive. Even if I take this one, and if I take this angle as theta 3, and if I show you the lens as x3 and y3, then what is the value of tan theta 3? Tan theta 3. Tan theta 3 would be y3 upon x3, which is again positive value. This is for positive values. Now, what I'm showing you is for positive values. Once you understand these concepts, then we have graphs. We know how to, right? Let me show you graphs as well. Now, how to, for which angle you will get slope as negative? You will get slope as negative for angle greater than 90 degrees. Angle greater than 90 degrees. Now, how to show that representation? In graph. Remember, what I said is you have to measure always with respect to positive x-axis. With respect to positive x-axis. Positive x-axis. For example, if I have a graph in this way. For example, if I have a graph in this way, x and y coordinates, origin. If I have a graph in this way. So how to find out slope in this case? So what I will do is, now let me draw a line parallel to x-axis, positive x-axis, positive x-axis. Now here, what is this angle? Theta is greater than 90 degrees. Theta is greater than 90 degrees. But I want slope. How to find out slope? Then if this is theta, now here if I construct a triangle, what should be this angle? This angle will be 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. Of course, you are finding out slope. Theta is greater than 90 degrees. But here I have constructed triangle, right? 180 minus theta. Now, this is opposite side. This length is adjacent side. Now, from this triangle, what is the value of tan of 180 minus theta? Tan of 180 minus theta. Let me take this as y. Y and this length as x. Tan of 180 minus theta can be written as what? Tan of 180 minus theta can be written as, this is y by x. Y by x. But 180 minus theta is in which quadrant? 180 minus theta is in which quadrant? 180 minus theta will be in third quadrant, right? In third quadrant, can I take, 180 minus theta is in second quadrant. In second quadrant, tan is positive or negative? In second quadrant, tan value is negative. So, for 180 and 360, as you know, if you recall the bridge course, there we have studied tan of 180 minus theta is nothing but minus tan theta. So minus tan theta is equal to y upon x. From this, I can write the value of tan theta as minus y by x. Now, if you look at this tan theta is nothing but slope. Slope value, what I am getting is negative value. Slope is said to be negative. Slope is negative. In which case, if theta is greater than 90 degrees, remember, very, very important. And remember, this theta is always measured with respect to positive x-axis only. With respect to positive x-axis, then the other angle becomes 180 minus theta. I have written like this: tan of 180 minus theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side y upon x, right? And finally, what I got the value of tan theta as minus y by x. Tan theta is nothing but slope. Therefore, slope is equal to negative. In which case? For theta greater than 90 degrees. Now, what I will do is let me open the now you are allowed to speak. If you have any doubts, you can ask. అర్థమైందన్నా ఎంతవరకు?
అర్థమైంది.
అర్థం కాకపోతే అడగండి. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, మీకు స్లోప్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా when you find out slope, remember one thing: theta less than 90 degrees ఉంటే ఏం తీసుకుంటారు? If theta is less than 90 degrees, slope is always
Sir, if
positive.
theta is equal to 90 degrees,
Then slope becomes infinity. If theta, very good question, theta is equal to 90 degrees, then what happens, we'll see. If theta is equal to 90 degrees, means how should I draw the line to x-axis?
straight, sir.
Perpendicular to
Zero.
x-axis.
X-axis ki perpendicular undali ante itla. Now
Yes.
what is the angle now? 90 degrees.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. Sorry, slope is not infinity. Slope is said to be 0. Why 0?
0.
Now
It is perpendicular.
what is the formula? See now, ఇక్కడ నేను origin తీసుకుంటా. Origin already, of course, here I have taken origin. Let me take the coordinates here as let me take this point as x1, 0 తీసుకోవచ్చా? Because y coordinate is 0 at this point. Okay, let me draw like this better. Let me show you in this way. Let me show you this way. Let me show two lines like this. Let me show two lines, and let me take the coordinates like x1, y1 అనుకుందాము. ఇక్కడ నేను x2, y2 అనుకుందాము. Can I present x1, y1 and x2, y2 points తీసుకున్నాను, x2, y2. But what about this length? What is the formula for slope you have in terms of x1, y1, x2, y2?
Tan theta is equals to 1 by x, or y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? Now for this, is there any change in y?
No, sir.
Y లో చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. But at this point, what about x? Is there any change in x?
It is constant, sir.
Constant అంటే మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది? What is the, anyways, I think I mean, you should not get 0, you should get infinity. Infinity వస్తుంది. ఎందుకు infinity వస్తుంది? Why you will get infinity? What is the general formula that you will write for slope? Slope is nothing but m is equal to tan theta, right? Now what is the angle here that you have taken?
90 degrees.
What is your tan 90?
Infinity.
Infinity, not defined. So I can write this one as infinity, or I can say not defined, NDN. That means if I draw a line like this, let me show you, it's better to make you understand much clear. If I draw a line like this, line parallel to y-axis, in this case, slope is equal to infinity. But if I draw a line parallel to x-axis, parallel to x axis. X
Slope is
values are
zero.
changing.
180.
X values are changing. 180 కాదు నాన్న, x values చేంజ్ అవుతున్నాయి, y values చేంజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. Let me take this as 5 అనుకుందాము. What is the value of y coordinate at this point? If I represent 1, 2,
ఆ గ్రాఫ్ అలా
3,
ఉన్నప్పుడు 0 కదా
4,
సార్.
0 నాన్న. అంటే a line parallel to x axis, if a line is parallel to x axis, then if I ask you the value of slope, tan theta is
Zero.
equal, there is no change in y. There is no change in y. Y will change later. So slope is equal to emotional, slope will be equal to tan theta is equal to 0. Because angle between two parallel lines is how much? Angle between two parallel lines.
No angle, right, sir?
0 only sir.
Yes. Angle between two parallel lines is 0. And always remember, we have to measure only with respect to positive x-axis. Positive x-axis to measure చేస్తాం. And what about the angle in this case? What is the angle between two parallel lines? Angle between two parallel lines is 0 again. But why I am getting slope as infinity?
With respect to x-axis, sir.
With respect to x-axis, what is the angle now?
90 degrees.
90 degrees.
In this case, slope becomes infinity. Slope becomes infinity. And what about the values of y? Are they changing?
No, sir.
Y values
No, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now what about x? ఇక్కడ 1 అనుకుందాం for example. Or లేకపోతే ఇక్కడ 1 అనుకుందాం, ఇక్కడ 2 అనుకుందాం. Is x changing throughout this line? What is L of x? If I ask you what is L of x throughout this vertical line, x value is always equal to 2. What about y values?
2.
Here 1.
1.
Here
2.
value of y is 2. Here value of y is 3. Here value of y
3.
is 4.
4.
Y is changing. What about value of x throughout this line? 2.
Constant.
2.
If I use this formula, tan theta is equal to, or m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If I take y2 as 4 minus y1 as 1 by x1 and x2, tell me what you get. x1 and x2 both are equal to 2 only. 2 minus 1.
2 minus
So 4 minus 1. Yeah. 3 by 0, which is nothing but what? Infinity. Right? So a line parallel to y-axis, if you want to find out slope, you will get infinity. If a line is parallel to x-axis, then the slope is always equal to 0. ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మీకు ఈవెన్ నీట్ కూడా పనికొస్తాయి. ఇట్ డజంట్ మీన్ దట్ ఇస్ నాట్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ఇట్. ఇట్లాంటి బేసిక్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ అడుగు ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. రైట్, ఫైన్. రైట్ నాన్న, నౌ లెట్ us discuss displacement time graph. Displacement time graph. Only I'll show you only few. ఒకటి రెండు చూపిస్తాను. Let me wind up. Displacement time graph. How can you draw displacement time graph? Displacement time graph, right? Let me draw like this. Sorry. Confusion. Okay. Displacement time graph. We can say ST graph. What is the symbol that we use generally for displacement? S and time for T. And time for T. ST graph. So as you have studied in your lower classes, always remember, independent variable is taken along x-axis and a dependent variable is taken along y-axis. So whether time depends on displacement or displacement depends upon time? Time is always independent.
Displacement.
Time will never
Yes, sir.
depend.
It is
Displacement
scalar,
depends
na
upon
sir?
time.
Right. So which one you have to take along x-axis? Independent variable. Here time is independent variable. So let me take independent variable time in seconds. I'm measuring time in seconds, and the displacement along x-axis I'm measuring in meters. Now first graph, let me show you what is this graph called is nothing but zero velocity. Zero velocity. Or I can say body is at rest. Velocity zero and meaning in what is meant by velocity equal to zero? Body should be
Body
at
is rest.
Rest.
body
Rest.
will not change its position with respect to time.
It is in
Right.
rest
Now
position.
let me take the coordinates. 1, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Let me show you another one. Let me show you 5 seconds. Here time I have taken in seconds. Displacement is not changing, or position of the particle is not changing. So how should I get the graph? But time will change. For example, ఒక బాడీ ఉందన్న, బాడీ ఉంది, బాడీ
Line parallel to x-axis, sir.
రైట్ నాన్న, అంటే నాకు ఆరిజిన్ దగ్గర బాడీ ఉంది అనుకున్నా, అక్కడే ఉంది బాడీ, డిస్ప్లేస్ అవ్వట్లేదు, డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ అనేది లేదు. అంటే ఎస్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు, ఇక్కడ బాడీ ఇక్కడ ఉంటే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఎంత?
Zero, sir.
Coordinate 0, what is x coordinate? X coordinate is time.
Zero.
X coordinate is time. Y coordinate is 0.
Zero.
But as time passes, what is about displacement? As time passes,
It is also
time
zero,
is
sir.
passing. 1 దగ్గర నాకు displacement 0, 2 దగ్గర 0, 3 దగ్గర 0, 4 దగ్గర 0, displacement 0. అంటే I'm getting a
Totally
straight
at
line
rest.
parallel to this.
Sir, at rest.
Totally at. In this way I can show, or for example, I can show the other way also. For example, I'm using a stop clock. You might have heard about stop clock or stopwatch అంటున్నాం. Stop clock,
Watch.
right? General గా మనకి athletes, I mean
PTs.
games లో యూజ్ చేస్తారు. రన్నింగ్ రేస్ పెట్టినప్పుడు
ఒలింపిక్స్
బేసికల్ గా యూజ్
Coco
చేస్తారు. సో అక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు, లెట్స్ సే నేను ఒక స్టాప్ క్లాక్ యూజ్ చేసిన, ఐ హావ్ యూజ్ అ స్టాప్ క్లాక్, and the moment I stop the clock, there I have seen the displacement as 5 meters. There I have seen the displacement as 5 meters. I stopped the clock and I have measured the displacement 5 meters. But later on, as time passes, the displacement is 5 meters again after 1 second, and after 2 seconds again 5 meters, and after 3 seconds displacement is 5 meters, and after 4 seconds again displacement is 5 meters. Now if I draw all the points, how I got the line? I got the line parallel to
Straight.
time axis, straight line parallel to time axis, right? And what about displacement values? Is there any change in displacement?
Constant, sir.
రెస్ట్
Constant.
పొజిషన్
Displacement remains. That
No,
means
sir.
body is at rest at what displacement?
After some distance.
5 meters.
5
5
meters.
dips.
5 meters.
5 meters.
5 meters, the body remains at rest, right? So this is another graph I can show you for displacement at time graph. And remember one thing, very, very important, displacement time graph always gives velocity. Displacement time graph always gives velocity. That is the reason
Yes, sir.
I told you zero velocity.
Change in displacement by time.
Velocity is nothing but displacement by time.
Time.
Displacement upon time, or I can say in better way, dx by dt. What you write is dx by dt. Now, is there any change in position? No. When there is
No,
no
sir.
change in position, what is your dx?
0.
Dx is nothing but final position minus initial position by dt. dt will not be equal to 0. dt
Yes, sir.
time changes. But xi and xf both are equal, then when both xi and xf are equal, then the value of velocity will be 0. Provided if initial position is equal to final position. Right? This is displacement time graph, and what I am getting is 0 velocity. 0 velocity. Now, second graph I will show you and wind up the class for today. Displacement time graph only. But second graph is constant velocity. Second graph is constant velocity. Second one is
Straight line passing through origin.
very good. Constant velocity. Velocity constant travel. I should get the velocity as constant. Now, if I plot a graph taking time along x-axis and time in seconds I am measuring, and along y-axis I am considering displacement, and displacement is measured in meters. Then now let's say at origin coordinates are 0, 0, right? At time t is equal to 1 second, if the position of the particle is 1 meter, at time t is equal to 0, what is the position of the particle? At time t is equal to 0,
0, sir.
position of the particle is 0. At time t is equal to 1 second, position of the particle is 1 meter. Let's say at time t is equal to 2 seconds,
2
position
meters.
of the particle is 2
2
meters.
meters.
And at a time t is equal to 3 seconds, if the position of the particle is 3 meters, then you will get the points like this. 2 seconds, corresponding
Straight line
value.
is
Here you get point, and at 3 meters is the point for the corresponding time, 3 seconds. Now, if I join all the points, what I will get? If I join all the points, I will
a
get a
straight line.
I should get a straight line. It should pass through. It should pass through origin.
Pass which connects na, sir?
It should pass
Both
through
Y and X.
origin. It should pass through origin. Right? Now, can I find out slope for this?
Yes, sir.
So,
I can find out slope. Slope you can find out. Slope find out. Slope is nothing but what?
సార్ అక్కడ 3, 3 అవుతుంది కదా సార్ మీద.
No, no. ఇక్కడ 3, ఇక్కడ 2, 2. ఇక్కడ coordinates
2,
1, 1.
సార్ ఇక్కడ 1, 0 నా సార్ లేకపోతే
ఇక్కడ 0, 0. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. All coordinates will be same at different points.
sir, one
Now,
sir
slope
answer.
Slope. Slope I want between 1 and 2 or 1 and 0 చెప్పండి. 1 and 0 చెప్పండి. What is your left slope?
3 - 1.
0
minus
only
1.
1 and 0. You take this as x1 y1, take this as x2 y2. x2 y2 తీసుకోండి. x2 y2 అనుకోండి, x1 y1 అనుకోండి.
1 - 1.
What is it?
1 - 1.
minus
1 minus 0.
0
1 minus 0, 1 by 1 minus 0, sir.
1 minus 0.
1 by 1 is equals to 1.
Slope is nothing but tan theta.
Yes, sir.
For which angle
45 degrees, sir.
you will get
45 degrees.
from this angle theta is equal to
45 degrees.
That means whenever a particle moves with constant velocity, slope is always equal to 1
Tan.
and angle is always equal to
45 degrees.
Now, if you want, you can check it out for 1 and 2. ఇక్కడ చూసుకోండి, what are the coordinates? 1, 1.
Even that also 45 degrees, sir.
2,
2 minus 1
Yes.
by 2 minus 1.
1 by 2 minus 1. Again, I'll get angle as 45 degrees. If I consider these 2 points,
1 వస్తుంది సార్.
45 degrees. Slope is always equal to 1 and tan theta is equal to 45 degrees. So, whenever a particle moves with constant velocity, slope is always equal to 1 and angle is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, let me wind up the class.
సార్ ఇది యూనిఫామ్ మోషన్ కి కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్?
Uniform velocity and uniform motion. Uniform velocity means what? Uniform motion. That means particle is moving with uniform motion. Uniform motion and uniform velocity and constant velocity are same. Right? And remember, what is the nature of graph? Nature of graph is a straight line passing
through origin.
Passing through origin.
Inclined at some angle. What is that angle? 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
45 degrees.
If the particle moves with constant velocity, then the angle will be equal to 45 degrees, slope is equal to 1, and the straight line which is passing through origin. And then I can say that the particle is moving with constant velocity. Okay, Nana? So let me wind up for today. Let me share some exercise today. You can do the problems. Let's see. Okay, Nana? Okay, thank you all.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.